Dogstorm. Now we know Dogstorm from Zoe, right? He's one of the leaders of Zoe, but also he's one of the 9 scabbards. Back in the day, Odin saved his life. They were gonna cook him and make him food, essentially. They had him strung up. Because these two young animals, Dogstorm and Cat Viper, ended up on the shores of Wano, and the people were afraid of them, so they tried to tie them up and string them up, and then they were gonna probably cook them and eat them. But then Odin got there and was like, "Hey, let these kids go. You guys have food here at my place and other things," and they became retainers because Odin had saved their life and shit. And they also followed him onto Whitebeard's ship, and they were Whitebeard pirates too. They eated costs and shit like that. Then after that, um, you know, they went on their own ways. They went to Zoe and they became the leaders of Zoe. But this is, Wano, right? So Dogstorm came there with, Law and everybody else, and he fought against Ashura Doji. Kinemon was like, "Hey, we can't be fighting against one another when we are, trying to come together to take down Kaido." And then, Dogstorm was like, "Yes, you're right. We gotta stop fighting each other." They got onto the rooftop. When they got to the rooftop, he caused the taking on his Sulong form because that day, and it was cool too because they had Sulong form. They took on Sulong. That means their bodies turned white and they had electric shock. They ended up taking down Jack, but not completely. Fought against Kaido. Um, they didn't beat him, but they tried to do some damage, right? So other people could come in and do that work. But then he had to fight against guess who? Jack the Drought again by himself. And he did that shit, and he took him down without the Sulung form. And he took down Jack the Drought. So I said, cool. I'll have to put the respect on Dogstorm there. I say, cool on the fucking corner. So knowing all this, Dogstorm strength's at 87, with his speed at an 88, 86 for his durability, and an 88 for his endurance, 85 for his intelligence, and an 80 or 91 for his experience, 88 for his close skills, 84 for his range skills, 85 for his recoup. Hacks are at an 84% and an overall power score of 86.6 for Dogstorm. Be cool, going.